up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome all my new subscribers. I want to take a second and I want to thank each and every single one of you that take the time out of your day to watch and support my channel. It means the world to me. It really does. Thank you. I gotta apologize real quick. They're renovating the house next door and they're outside cutting tile. So if you guys hear a chop saw or anything like that, my apologies. I can't go tell them to stop. They're just trying to make their money. But in this video, we are going to be talking rinseless washes and my new favorite rinseless wash, the McKee's N914 Rinseless Wash. What is a rinseless wash, you say? It is something that I have fallen in love with. Never thought I would, because of all you out there that thought the same thing I would. I'm gonna scratch my car. But let me tell you something. With a little bit of common sense and a little bit of awareness of paint, you'll be just fine. Knowing when to rinseless wash is another key, and we're going to talk all about that because this is my rinseless wash process. Those of you guys out there, my faithfuls, you guys know I got my GSX. Those of you guys that are new, I'm going to explain it. I've got my Mitsubishi Eclipse GSX. It sits in the garage all the time. I'm doing the video on my Honda, but I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to try to keep this intro short. I've been rinseless washing my GSX now for the past 2 years. I don't like putting running water on it because I've got pins where my spoiler was and it leaks in there. It's just a hassle, and I hardly ever drive it, so it doesn't get dirty enough to bust out the pressure washer and do all this stuff. So I've been rinseless washing it with incredible results. I have not noticed any scratches or swirls in the paint over the past 2 years, and I'm going to show you guys my process. So there's a lot of things that factor into rinseless washing, you know. So we're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna give you guys a Smurf way of rinseless washing. So the McKee's N914 rinseless wash. This stuff is absolutely incredible. Okay, I can't speak highly enough about it. I've gone through a few different rinseless washes. They all work good. I'm not saying the other ones aren't good. Let's see. I've gone through the Wolfgang Uber Rinseless, the SO2 Uber Rinseless, the Luxury Microfiber Revive, which is they're all good, don't get me wrong, but something about the Griot's Garage Brilliant Finish Rinseless Wash, which is another good one, but something about this McKee's N914, awesome lubrication, smells just incredible, and I've really been enjoying it. Now, like I said, we're going to go through my rinseless wash. This McKee's N914 can be used in multiple cases. I'm going to go over the ratio. So rinseless wash is 1 to 256. So half an ounce per gallon for a rinseless wash. Waterless wash, you're going to want to do 1 to 128. So that's 1 ounce per gallon. 128 ounces is in a gallon, guys. So clay lubricant, 1 to 128. You can use it as a clay lube. Paint prep is 1 to 8. So I haven't used it as a paint prep, but I guess you can use it as a paint prep for before you polish. You wipe the panel down. It doesn't leave anything behind. It cleans the surface. I have yet to try that, but that's not why I bought this. I didn't buy this for a paint prep. I bought this for rinseless washing. Now I've got my my HDX pump sprayer over here. You guys see it's just a lot easier to cover the car. Filled up, and I did the rinseless wash. I did the 1 ounce to gallon, and I just filled up my little pump sprayer. I got my little spray bottle here. Now this also works great as a little quick detailer or glass cleaner. It works great on glass. I literally just used it yesterday, and I'm gonna give you guys a quick scenario. I apologize for this long intro, but honestly, if you want to skip forward, go ahead. I'll have timestamps of when I start. But so yesterday I was doing a water spot remover, and those of you guys know you don't want to let the water spot remover dry. So I was using my McKee's N914 Rinseless Wash as a there goes the bike as a way to clean off the water spot remover, and it worked fantastic. Stuff's amazing. It's versatile. It works amazing. So I'm going to be using, you can use your wash mitt, you can use whatever you'd like, but I actually got this little red sponge. I got this in one of my glove boxes. If you guys don't know what glove box is, it's a subscription-based detail company. They send you boxes with a whole bunch of stuff. You know, it's a monthly subscription type of thing. And I got this in one of my glove boxes. If you're interested in glove box, I'll leave the link down. I'll leave the link to everything I'm using down below, so you guys can check it all out. Don't even worry about it. Smurf 20 will get you 20% off your first glove box if that's something you're interested in. But I like this little sponge. It works fantastic. I'm gonna throw it in my bucket. I've already got 1.5 ounces, and I've got about 3 gallons in my bucket. Toss it in my bucket. I'm gonna let it soak there. Now the thing about rinseless washing is the technology nowadays. It's able to lift and encapsulate that dirt on the surface so you can take it off the paint safely. And I can attest that this stuff has plenty of lubrication, so you don't feel like you don't feel that resistance. I mean, the sponge just glides over the paint. Now, another thing I want to touch on, rinseless washing, is really, really key to those who, for one, your car sits in your garage. Those of you guys that got collector cars that sits in your garage, you don't want to bust the hose out and rinse it down. Rinseless washing comes key. You live in an apartment, you can't bust a hose out and run a 400-foot hose to wash your car in your apartment. So rinseless washing is another good option. I honestly didn't think I'd love it as much as I did, but I'm falling in love with rinseless washing. It's so easy. I mean, you get around the car in 15 minutes and your car is clean. So the car I'm washing right now is coated with a ceramic coating from Phoenix EOD. It's got the Chronos coating on it. Having good protection on your car really, really makes it easy to do a rinseless wash. I'm not saying you can't do a rinseless wash, but when you have good protection on your paint, it makes it so easy to rinseless wash. So yeah, I'm trying not to drag this along, but let's hop into it. I'm gonna show you guys my Civic. Now this is the absolute threshold of rinseless washing for me. It's almost, if I would have waited another couple days, maybe 3-4 days, I probably wouldn't rinseless wash it. I probably wouldn't. But right now it's literally at the threshold of where I would rinseless wash and feel comfortable. So you got to take a little bit of common sense. If your car's covered in dirt and chunks and all this kind of stuff, just traditionally wash it. You're just gonna cause more harm. So there's a threshold of rinseless washing. You keep within that threshold and you do the proper technique, you will be just fine. I promise you that. That's my opinion. I promise you, if you just know when to rinseless wash. I think that's key for a lot of people. I have waterless wash before, but I feel like rinseless washing is just a little bit safer. And like I said, my GSX, 2 years I've been rinseless washing that thing. And you guys know I got eagle eye on that paint. I haven't noticed any more scratches or swirls or anything in that paint. So knowing that threshold is key. I'm dragging this intro along. I'm sorry guys. Let me show you the Civic. Let's get into my rinseless washing tutorial. All right, everybody. So we're talking rinseless washing. This is my Civic. For those of you guys that don't follow along the channel, I did a full polish and ceramic coating on this thing. Everything on the outside is coated, including the wheels, which I will also rinseless wash. I will show you that as well. But check this out. So this is the threshold of rinseless washing for me. Hopefully you guys can see just how dirty it is. It's just dusty. Got a little dust on it. It's still, I mean, it still looks incredibly glossy. It's been a few weeks. I do daily drive this thing, but what's good about having it coated is the self-cleaning properties. It still looks really good. So instead of getting a waterless wash out and just wiping it down, it's just as easy to do a rinseless wash, and it provides a little bit more lubrication, and it also provides a little bit more, I guess, cushion. You could call it a cushion underneath it. So yeah, this is what it looks like. You can see here up on the top. It's a little dusty. This is the threshold for rinseless washing for me. So yeah, even the wheels. The wheels are a little bit dirty. You can see there. Yeah, I know the barrels are black. These were plasti dipped once, and yeah, they didn't really take all the plasti dip off the barrels from the overspray from when they painted them. So yeah, but other than that, it still looks good. It still looks, you know, shiny and glossy. But we're gonna clean this up, rinseless wash it. I'm gonna show you guys my method. I'm gonna get the tripod set up. I'm gonna do the front end and show you guys my process. All right, so first thing I like to do is I like to take my little pump sprayer here. They've got a lot of variations of these. This is just an HDX pump sprayer I got from Home Depot. They're like $7. They work just fine for me. Now I have my solution in here. Now what I like to do is I like to pre-rinse. Not pre-rinse, but just kind of pre-soak. Let it sit on the surface and let it kind of encapsulate all that dust that's on there at first. So that's what we're gonna do here. What I like to do is I like to do kind of like the front clip, front hood, the fenders, the bumper. So I'll soak the front end and then I'll do the front end to dry it and then I'll move on. So let's go ahead and do the front end. Just spray it down. Now this thing's coated with Kronos from Phoenix EOD, so the water doesn't even want to stick on it, but that makes it that much easier to clean. So I'm gonna spray here. When I'm done here, I'll get you off the tripod and I'll give you a up close and personal. All right, so we got the whole front end covered. Now let's talk about a little drying towel real quick. I've got the Griot's Garage PFM drying towel. These, in my opinion, are the best drying towels. They're small, they're compact, they suck up a lot of water. These things are phenomenal. I love these. I use these every time I rinseless wash. So we're giving the rinseless wash a little bit of time to soak up any dust or dirt that's on the surface, and then we're gonna come in with our sponge. I'm gonna show you that here in just a second. Now what I like to do is you take your sponge and you wring it out in the water just to where it's not dripping, okay? Now what you do is when you're using the sponge and you're applying it, hopefully you guys can hear me, you don't want to scrub, okay? You're not scrubbing the paint. Ivan LaCroix, all right? Shout out to the rinseless washing guru. He said it best. He says, you're applying the rinseless wash. So I'm literally just gliding the sponge across the paint. Now this McKee's N914 has tremendous lubrication, so you don't have to worry about it at all. Now you can see here, it picked up a little bit of dust and dirt and debris. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take it over here and I'm gonna dip it in my bucket, rub it across my grit guard in the bottom, and I'm gonna wring it out. All that dirt is gone. It encapsulates and releases the dirt in the bucket, and I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna apply it on this side of the hood, just like so. I'm gonna put my sponge back into the bucket. I'm gonna take my drying towel and I'm gonna go ahead and dry this off on the hood. One swipe, one swipe, one swipe, like so. Sorry if I'm in the view of the camera. Come over here, dry that off. And we have I'll bring you guys in real quick so you guys can see. That quick, that easy. We've got clean paint over here. Everything's still dwelling. I'm gonna hit that with the sponge as well. It's that quick and that easy. The paint is clean. No scratching, no marring. The lubrication in this N914 is absolutely incredible. Really loving this process. So let me finish up this front end, and I will put you guys in my hand and show you a POV style of how I do it. So let's get to it. All right, everybody. So hopefully you guys can hear me. I've got you guys on top of my head. I want to show you just how easy it is to rinseless wash your car. So got you on my head. I'm gonna show you guys my process real quick. I got my pump sprayer here. That's how easy it is. What we're gonna do is spray this whole side. Just like so. That's how easy it is. We're gonna reach in our bucket, take our sponge, we're gonna wring this out, just to where it's not dripping. There we go. Now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna apply the product across the paint, like so. We're not scrubbing, we're not putting really pressure down. We're letting the sponge just glide across the paint. And there's tons of lubrication in this N914. All right, you can see the sponge is not even dirty really at all. We're gonna get in here, we're gonna apply it across the paint. Even little stuff that's on the paint comes off pretty easy. And you can see the coating rejecting the rinseless wash, but that's okay. Still, there's a little bit of dirt, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here, I'm gonna dip it in the rinseless wash, rub it across the bottom, wring it out, and we've got a clean sponge to do this other door, like so. We're just gonna apply the product. Like so. Nothing really in the sponge at all. It's not really too dirty. Like I said, there's a threshold. There's a threshold with rinseless washing, guys. Just have some common sense and you'll be just fine. Little bit of dirt down there at the bottom. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna rub it on the grit guard at the bottom, let that soak and release that dirt. And we're gonna grab our drying towel here. These are fantastic drying towels. Come across here. Let's go ahead and dry this glass. I missed the mirror. I gotta get the mirror. There we go. One more time. I like these towels because they're smaller. It just makes it a little bit easier than a big old drying towel. And just like that, we've got it cleaned. Yes, I missed the mirror, so for those keyboard warriors out there that are like, oh, you didn't even wash the mirror. Oh yeah, oh, there you go, I'll wash the mirror. There we go. Boom, baby. And we've got the whole side clean. That is how easy it is, guys. So you can get around your car in literally 15 minutes. This car can be clean. So I'm gonna go ahead and jam around the car, and then I'll show you guys the wheels and tires, cleaning those, and then yeah, we'll be done. So I appreciate you guys. Stay tuned. All right, everybody. We went ahead and got this thing rinseless washed. Look at this thing. This thing looks absolutely incredible. It was easy. It took me about 15 minutes, maybe 20, since I'm filming. This thing looks stellar. Nice and clean. We need to clean up these wheels and tires. That's the next step. So now that we got this thing rinseless washed, let's jump into the wheels and tires. I will show you my rinseless wash process with the wheels and tires, and we'll go from there. All right, everybody, now that I got the car all cleaned up, It's time to do the wheels and tires. What's really cool, my process, yes, I know that I can't get the barrels, so I understand. Those of you guys that say, oh, he's not even cleaning the barrels. Well, this is just a little maintenance wash until I can get by for me to really do a deep clean of the wheels. But this process works fantastic for me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my extra tough wheel and tire cleaner. This stuff works so well on tires. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and spray the tires down. All right. Now I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna let that dwell. I'm gonna go ahead and spray the wheels with my Rinseless Wash. Now these wheels are coated with Immortal from Phoenix EOD. You can see it beating up like crazy and just running off the wheel. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and clean the tires. All right. I'm gonna scrub them down like this. Nothing too intense. Oh. There we go. I'm gonna take my dirty towel. You don't wanna use these on your paint. These are just towels that I have strictly for cleaning dirty jobs. Look at that. Yeah, pretty much. That's why you use dirty towels. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe these tires down. Now, I'm gonna throw that to the side. I'm gonna grab my other clean towel. I'm gonna go ahead and just wipe these wheels off. Since it's coated, it makes it that much easier to just clean the wheels. Now these wheels are in, the clear coat's kind of fading and peeling and chipping, so I'm not too worried about it. Again, it's a Civic, it's my daily driver. It's not a show car, guys, so those of you guys are gonna bash me, you didn't even clean the barrels. Look, dude, it's a Civic, come on, bro. Just like that, I'm gonna clean them up. Have a look at them tires. Let me get you guys off my head. Have a look at those tires, guys. They look phenomenal. I absolutely love this stuff. Wheels are clean. Tires look incredible. Didn't even have to get my hose out. Look at that. The car looks phenomenal. Let's jump into some final thoughts. I'm gonna go ahead and clean the other wheels, and we'll jump into some final thoughts on my whole rinseless wash process with the McKee's N914 Rinseless. All right, everybody, we are on a quick final thoughts segment on the McKee's N914 Rinseless Wash and my process. You guys, I have absolutely fallen in love with this process. Like I said, I've been rinseless washing my GSX for almost 2 years now. I've been falling in love with the process and how easy it is to clean my cars and maintain them. Obviously, there's a threshold there, guys. Like I said, you want to know when to rinseless wash and know when to traditional wash. If you know when to traditional wash and you know, hey, this is a little bit too dirty, I'm gonna get set up for a traditional wash, that's fine. But me, a lot of times I'm detailing, when I do detail other people's cars on the weekends, my cars don't get the love they need. So if I can do something like this and keep them clean quickly, that is a huge plus for me. The N914, plenty lubrication, smells amazing. This process has worked phenomenal for me. So those of you guys out there that are, I don't know, kind of like hesitant on rinseless washing, I'm right there with you. I was hesitant as well, but knowing the process and the proper technique and when to do it, it could be very beneficial, as you guys can see. So yeah, the McKee's N914, legit, really works crazy. Crazy good. I honestly, what's crazy about it is, I noticed in my bucket, when I dip the sponge in and I rub it on my my grit guard at the bottom, I have the detail guards dirt lock right at the bottom of my bucket. And when I rub the sponge on the bottom and then I wring it out, it really does good at just taking that dirt out of the sponge and just releasing it into the water, down into the dirt lock. so you can be as safe as possible. So this is my method. I know a lot of you guys out there might have your own method. Feel free to share your method in the bottom. Share in the comments your favorite rinseless wash, how you like to rinseless wash. This is just my method in hopes that somebody out there can maybe take this method and apply it and have great results like I do. Like I said, I want to touch on the drying towels real quick. These Griots PFM towels, man, I love these things. These things are just so good. They soak up so much water and they're small. They make it that much easier. Yeah, like I said, don't worry. I'm gonna put the links to everything in the description below, so you guys can go down there, check them all out, see if you're interested in them. Yeah, this N914 from McKee's is legit, honestly. Nothing but great things to say about it. And it has multiple uses. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my process. You guys saw my process. If you guys have any questions, concerns, or anything like that, just drop the question in the comments. I'll reply to you. I love engaging with everybody. So yeah, I appreciate all you guys. For those of you guys that found this video useful and enjoyed it, please consider subscribing to the channel. Smash that thumbs up while you're down there. Click that little notification bell. That way when I upload more videos, you guys get notified. And yeah, I appreciate all you guys for taking the time out of your day to watch and support my channel. It means the world to me. I hope all you guys out there have a fantastic day, night, evening, whatever it is, where you're at right now watching. And I'm going to catch you guys all on the next video.